The thing about motorcycle riding is you get all kinds of experiences. Yesterday, I got stuck into a mini Bangladesh type of environment. I took a detour towards the bad roads. I should have taken a straight road, and I would have had a much better experience. Now look at this hotel or resort. First of all, it's not very clean. It's a smoking room. So, and then they have cleaned it up with phenyl. There's a lot of smell of phenyl. They don't give water. You have to pay for it, right? Mineral water or bottled water or whatever. And there is no kettle in the room. So if I want to drink hot water, I can't, right? I'll have to call the kitchen. The kitchen will send some hot water. Now, I wanted to leave at 6 o'clock in the morning, and usually I carry hot water with me so that I can have coffee, obviously, right? But the kitchen is not open yet, and they said that the kitchen will open at 6:30. So I have to wait so that I can get hot water. These are simple things. How much does an electric kettle cost? It's hardly 500 rupees, and they've kept this useless shampoo and dental kit and all this, which is not required. There's a television here that doesn't work and stuff. So they've wasted money on this sofa, for example. Nobody needs a sofa, right? A table would have been better. So these are some small design related things which could have made this place a lot better. And it's not a cheap place. If it would have been a cheap place, I would have understood and it's okay. It's, 2000 rupees almost. I expect some small conveniences at that cost. So this is a hotel called Nipo Bithi Hotel, and I'm going to rate it extremely low on Google Maps. But the point is that when you're riding, right, it's almost night, you've been riding all day, you need a place to stay. You don't know when you are going to get another hotel on the highway. I mean, obviously there are many hotels if you take a detour, but I didn't want to take a detour. I was tired and I didn't want to get into the city traffic. So you can't haggle for the price. You can't decide you don't want to stay here. The toilet, in fact, the sprinkler was leaky and there's cold water splashing all over. Weird. So, sometimes you have to make do with whatever you have, pretty much like life. You learn to adjust, you learn to pivot. So we are at the Tropic of Cancer here, as you can see right there. And it's saying you are now crossing the Tropic of Cancer. This is the state of affairs in Kolkata. People will come on my side of the road and drive. See? Although technically coming traffic is a little bit more than going traffic, so I guess people have come up with their own system of traffic rules or whatever. It works out. 180 kilometers done, and this is not something that I like to talk about because it's going to go on YouTube, but I ran out of cigarettes yesterday, and when I thought that I should be able to get something in the morning. Now they said that there is a place which runs 24 hours, 20 kilometers away from the hotel, but I couldn't find it. And then I decided that maybe in 50, 60, 80 kilometers I'll find something. And then I thought that I'm doing a Calcutta bypass. Kolkata is a big city. I will find something there. I bypassed all of Kolkata. There were one or two shops that kept, or they probably kept the cigarettes, but it was so crowded. I did not want to stop the motorcycle there. 180 kilometers. I could not find a cigarette, and I decided that whatever I get, I'll take. Helps me keep awake on the motorcycle. So I stopped at a very, very small shop that was very, very unlikely to have Classic Connect. All right, this is the brand that I smoke. It's a little bit different, and usually it's found in a good shop, like a big shop. So I did not, I mean, there were many cigarette shops on the way, okay, don't get me wrong. It's just that this brand was not there. I stopped and asked at, I don't know, five shops or whatever. Nowhere. And this was very unlikely. I decided that I'll buy whatever I get. And I found it. And it's not a full pack, it's only 10 cigarettes. But it'll keep me going till tomorrow evening, perhaps. So I don't like West Bengal for many, many reasons. One of the reasons that gets added is doesn't have good cigarettes on the highway. Now, if you go to Telangana or even Bhubaneswar for that matter, you'll find a ton of shops that will have this brand. It's not like this is an imported brand or anything. It's a very common brand, most places available. But here, most of the shops have just Wilson Gold Flake and Flake, which is even worse. Anyway, 180 done. I'm doing much better now. Especially there was a lot of traffic in Kolkata, so it's 11 o'clock and I've already done 200 kilometers, which is very good. Now the highways are big, and I should not have a lot of trouble covering this.
हैदराबाद से कहाँ जा रहे हो?
हैदराबाद ही जा रहा हूँ।
क्या हैदराबाद?
आसाम से आया।
असम से?
आसाम गया था मम्मी के साथ रहने के लिए थोड़े दिन, फिर वहाँ रह के अब वापस हैदराबाद जा।
बहुत अच्छा लगता है ये बाइक कितने का है?
20 लाख।
20 लाख ना? रील्स पे देखता हूँ ये बाइक। हैदराबाद से 500 हो गई तो
50।
सब सामान वगैरह सब कुछ कैरी कर लिया ना? साइड पे बॉक्स वगैरह भी रहता है ना?
वो हैवी हो जाता है।
हैवी हो जाता है
ऑलरेडी बाइक 280 किलो का।
280 किलो का?
ऊपर से वो जब लगा दो तो बहुत हैवी हो जाता है।
गोप्रो है क्या? यूट्यूबर हो सर?
एक चैनल है, बहुत फेमस चैनल नहीं है, करता हूँ।
है
हाँ।
क्या नाम है? coffee. कोलकाता के पहले एक जगह रुका, विशाखापट्टनम। ठीक है सर, आता हूँ।
I just met a handsome fellow on the road, and he was asking me what my age is. He was saying, what's your age? Your hair is all grayed out. So, among other things, obviously, we were talking. The thing is, most of my youth went in working hard. I'm an ambitious guy, so career and all, and I didn't have any money to buy a big motorcycle back in the day, and I have done well. So now, 2 years ago, I bought this motorcycle. So what are you going to do? That's why I go to the gym and try to stay fit, because everything that I wanted to do when I was younger, I only got the chance to do now. The purpose of this channel is something I wanted to talk about. So I started this channel only as a log, and it continues to be that. I want to log all my travels, and this happened because one of the best motorcycle trips that I've ever done in my life was Sikkim. Right? I mean, there are other motorcycle trips and they are also extremely beautiful, but nothing compares to Sikkim still. Now, this could be a memory issue in the sense that, our brain is such, it's such a beautiful camera that over the years, the images and the views that we've experienced, they keep getting better. So I'm not entirely sure if Sikkim was really that good as I remember, or I just keep making it better over a period of time. It could also be possible that it was one of the first few trips that I've done, and it was actually quite adventurous. So, I took the motorcycle, and I had a Royal Enfield Classic 500 back in the day. So I took the motorcycle to Sikkim, and I took the motorcycle to Siliguri by train, and then I unloaded it there and sort of rode to Sikkim, and I did all of North Sikkim and and Lachin, Lachung, Gurdangbar Lake, 0 Point, all of that. Went to Nathula Pass, and then via Zuluk, which is an absolutely fantastic trip. I mean, if you go to Sikkim and if you don't do Zuluk, it's not, you've not done Sikkim. That's the most beautiful part of Sikkim. And then I was supposed to come back, but then a friend of mine, Amit, his brother's wedding was there in Banaras, near Banaras. There's a place, small village called Amihit, and so he just jokingly said that you are already out on a motorcycle, why don't you ride to Banaras? And I liked the idea. So from Sikkim, instead of coming back home, I was supposed to load the bike on a train. I took a right turn and went to Bihar, stayed the night in Muzaffarpur, and then from there rode to Banaras. So it was a very adventurous ride. It was fun. I got stuck in a traffic jam. At least 500 trucks lined up, standing still. So what I did was there was a divider. So I basically climbed on the divider with the motorcycle, and then I rode on the divider for like 5 kilometers or so, which was fun. And then all the motorcycle riders, all the local bikers followed me. It was fun. So probably it was such an adventurous trip that I remember it as the most beautiful trip in my life. But one thing that I did not do at that time is I did not do videos. I did pictures, and those pictures are there on Insta and all, and Facebook. But it wasn't a proper log, and I missed that. So after that, I invested in a camera proper, and now I'm logging it regularly. Because when I grow old and I'm not able to ride anymore, I want to look at my own channel and reminisce the beautiful times that I had, the motorcycle rides that I did, the various experiences that I had, the people that I met, If I am not mistaken, then we have crossed West Bengal, because this seems to be the Octroy catchment area and all the trucks standing, and we have entered Odisha. Now I can be assured that the roads are going to be good. While I miss Assam quite a bit, as I ride westwards, one thing that's going to start to happen is that the days are going to get longer. What I mean is the sunset happens a little bit later. So in Assam, the sun rises sooner and sets sooner, obviously because it's in the far east of India, right? Yesterday I noticed that I had sunshine for a little bit longer than I used to when I was in Assam, because I was a little bit more towards the west. And yesterday Dhanit, a good friend of mine, called me, and at that time in Hyderabad he had full daylight, and in West Bengal where I was, it was completely dark, completely. So so now that I have entered Odisha, I am hoping that I will have sunlight for a little bit longer, because there's a meeting that I need to attend. I'll have to find a place to sit down for that meeting. Which means it's going to get delayed. So right now it's showing 5:30, 5:29 arrival time. But if I sit down for half an hour and 1 hour or whatever, then it'll be 6:30, which means if I have daylight till around 6 o'clock, I will have to ride in the dark only half an hour. So let's see what happens. end of day three. Day one was in Guwahati, day two was in Mainaguri, day three was in Nadia. Oh, today is day four actually. I was supposed to go till Bhubaneswar, but I had a meeting at 3 o'clock. So at 2:30, I stopped at this place. It's in Balasore or Baleshwar, and 150 kilometers away from Bhubaneswar. And I saw that there are rooms available here. I asked the tariff; it was 1,500 rupees. It was pretty decent. So I decided that I'll take a room here and stay. I mean, it's 150 kilometers. I think I'll be able to cover up tomorrow. I looked at the distance to Vishakhapatnam, and it's about 550 kilometers, but the roads are excellent from here on. We are no longer in West Bengal, so I think I should be able to do it tomorrow. I'll find a place to stay in Vishakhapatnam tomorrow night, and then day after tomorrow, I will be home. So 6 days all in all. If you count Guwahati, I don't count Guwahati because Guwahati is very close to home. From Tezpur, it's about, I don't know, 170 kilometers. So it's almost like home. So 5 days if you count Guwahati, 6 days if you count Tezpur. Well, it's been good. Uh, Good because I've kept it flexible. Like today, for example, um, I decided that I don't want to ride anymore and I stopped. Uh, Although the roads are so good, if I would have continued, I would have crossed crossed uh, Bhubaneswar and gone beyond. But it's okay. It's going to be an easy ride tomorrow onwards, and then home, and then children, and then wife, and then my new car, and my work, and back to routine, and gym, and everything. It's been quite a ride. 2 more days to go. Let's see how it goes.